Okay. Mi café, mi café, mi café. Ok. ¿Estamos? Hey guys. Good morning. Hello, Smail. You're first. Yes. Let's do some tactics. So my dog that way. So I go this way. Perfect. Let's wake up. Do, 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 do. This goes here. How about this? Like that. And the chat. Shlomo Momo. Good morning. How's the hangover? Not terrible, but not great either. I think I'm going to put the chat. Give me a second. I'm going to put the chat in the other. A bit bigger. And the other monitor that is far away from my eyes. Yeah, okay. Now I can maximize this, which should be better. Dun, dun, dun. Second, 1 second, and I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. Yeah, I have a bit of a headache, but measures have been taken. What better than tactics? Bullet Arena starting. No. Let's do the tactics. Let's do the tactics. Start with Puzzle Rush. I have my coffee here. Life is good. Tactics, roar. Well, let's start with Puzzle Rush, and then we move to tactics. Okay, and that's how I want the puzzles to start, like easy. Thankfully I'm in Czech, so it was illegal. Try to focus now. Dun, 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 dun. This one. Not entirely sure of Queen C1. Look at that. I felt an easy tactic. What happens? Dun 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 dun. Hey Carlos, good morning. How are you doing, buddy? Check. No. Ah, checkmate. Smothered. Crazy housemate. Talking about that. It's the same. Barely alive, drinking tea. I'm drinking coffee here. Also, barely alive. This? Nothing wrong with that. Easy puzzle. Black. Wow, I checkmating one in puzzle number 16 or 15. This seems strong. But also that. I think this just should be better. No! Okay, 2 mistakes already. Don't fail this one, Pepe. No, fail no more. Huh. I want to play bishop e5, but I feel it's not the solution. So check first and then bishop e5, there's f4. Oh. Huh. Bishop e5 first, he takes queen h3. Bishop takes c3. I'm bringing the knight. Wow. I don't see this one. I'm gonna fail this one. And it's gonna be over. I have 2 mistakes already. Bishop e5 takes, check. Check bishop e5, f4. Huh. Oof da, guys. Oof da. If there was a way to prevent knight h2, I'm stuck. Um, I'm gonna go with my gut, but yeah. Okay, now I want to see the solutions, especially this one. What am I missing? Do you have a goal to beat? No, I usually do around 30. That's fine by me. This is just to warm up for the real tactics, but I'm not a pass rush guy. But wow, the theme is past pawns. Look at that. Queen h3, bishop takes f3. No, but queen h3, there's knight h2, and I don't have. Okay, can I? What should I play? Problem. Okay, let's play the problem. So I tried bishop e5. Let's try queen h3, which is the obvious move. Why does he play king g1? Why does he play king g1? Makes no sense to me. But what the heck? Analysis. What is wrong here? So I saw this and I saw this, and I stopped calculating because I don't see anything. What? Huh. How would we win here? Any ideas? Yes, I'm struggling to. I'm assuming it has to do with bishop e5. It's the only strong move in the position, the only move that threatens something that I can see. And then after 4, which is pretty much the only move, we might have. No, don't see anything there. Okay, so can I use the engine? Yeah. Or not? Oh, that's neat. Okay, this was the line to see. Okay, that's neat. Yeah, it's mating 4. Bishop f3 check. To prevent f4. Yeah. Okay. That's what I missed. Why wasn't this considered White's best try? Yeah. I mean, this is clearly tougher than the other line. The problem is, I saw this. Yeah, after king here, it's more or less obvious. Okay. And the other two I failed. Let me see. Here I played bishop takes after. Okay, let's play problem. I played bishop takes. What happens here then? Is this enough? Yeah, I should have calculated this. I mean, I've seen this position in my head. This is unstoppable, mate. Why did I take with the bishop? Okay, that was easy. And the other one was supposedly was supposed to be an easy one. Okay, so Here the first idea was the check, and then I saw this move because I wasn't certain about the check, and this was a mistake, so let me try the check. Okay, now this is easy because I take a piece, but let me see in the analysis board. Yeah, my move, I think bishop takes g7 seemed like a good move. The problem is if you have mate in 3, you have to do mate in 3. I agree with that. I agree with these puzzles that if there's mate in 3 or mate in 5, you go for the mate in 5, you have the puzzle wrong. It's okay, it's fine by me. So the check he blocked, and then after the trade, of course, rook f1 check, and he loses the piece. So I thought this, but of course I'm seeing this now that I didn't see. Okay. And the move I did, how is it wrong? I guess just... how is this move wrong? This move, look at this sexy move. I think this is the solution for white. The knight is pinned, so there's no knight takes rook, and if queen takes, then bishop takes check, wins the queen. So this is a defense for both rooks. Rook e3. Huh. That was cool, but if you don't see that, let me see, maybe white has something else that besides rook e3. Show lines. Rook e1. Yeah, just rook e1. Easier. Because this is still not hanging. Queen f5 was tempting. I have to be honest. It was very tempting. Okay, let's go for the real tactics now. Let's calm down. Don't rush it, Pepe. Step by step. Well, queen takes h8 and knight takes f7 strikes as an idea, but before that, let's understand the position, because it's a bit crazy. We are a pawn down, but we have a bishop hanging on f8, a bishop hanging on d3, and we are pawn down. Okay, there might be some checkmating ideas too. So this move that is stupid because the knight, sorry, this knight is defending f7, so out of the question. Now this knight is defending the checkmate on h7, h8. If there was not a knight here, we would have queen h7 check, queen takes bishop checkmate because there's no knight g8 if the knight is not there. So rook takes f6 definitely seems an idea. I've almost never done tactics. I'm stuck a little over 1900. Still I'm close to 2000 somehow. I must have been strength somewhere else. Almost never done tactics. Well, my suggestion would be do tactics. Tactics are a good way to improve, I think, in all levels. It's a easy to do exercise. It takes not a lot of time and it gives a lot of value. I've analyzed pretty much all games I played. I think that is why I'm not hopeless. Well, analyzing is definitely the main tool for improvement, I think. With analyzing, you get to know yourself too, and okay, it's different than tactics, definitely. With tactics you get to know chess better. With analyzing you get to know yourself better as a chess player, and both things are key to improve, of course. Okay, rook takes f6 is pretty much the only thing I can see in this position, so I think I would calculate that and then try to come up with some other candidate moves if that fails. If rook takes f6 fails, I will try to find something else, but if not, well, it's definitely a forced line, or very forced. It's kind of hard analyzing your losses sometimes. Yeah, and sometimes even your wins. Last year, I remember, so last year I played in category under, one category down of what I should be playing in the chess league. So I played easy opponents in general, and I had win, but I had one loss against a player more or less my level, a bit more, and then I won the rest of the games, but there are at least 2 wins that were totally much worse than my loss. And yeah, I felt so embarrassed by those wins. So yeah, sometimes the result is not important for the assess of your own play. Okay, let's calculate rook takes f6. Rook takes f6 takes a piece, threatens the queen, so even though we have the bishop hanging on f8 or d3, it doesn't matter because we hit the queen, and threatens queen h7 check, queen h8 mate. So, it's very strong. What options does black have? Probably taking the rook. In the 3 captures are interesting because the bishop would leave h8, keeping it under control. The queen, no, I said the 3 captures. The queen would be lost if it takes. I was thinking it would defend h8. It would be lost. Okay, and taking with pawn feels very risky, but gives the king escape square on e7. So, I'm considering 2 captures, pawn or bishop. Let's start with bishop. Bishop has to lose. It must lose. How to do it? Queen h7 check, king takes bishop. And then I'm thinking things like queen h6, because the rook will also be attacking f7. It doesn't quite work. I wonder if the bishop takes on e7 at some point. Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, taking on e7, and if in case he regains, the king will still be trapped somehow. But if his bishop is alive on f6, I'm not sure how do we checkmate. Oh, we have another knight here. Oh, then this line is much easier. Aha. Okay. I didn't realize this knight both knights can jump here. Okay, so now this line seems pretty forced. Bishop takes, queen h7 check, king takes, knight d e6 check. Knight d e6 check, and it's game over because either he sacrifices the queen or takes with pawn, then queen h8 is mate, because the bishop would be pinned. Right? Yeah. Okay, so after rook takes, more or less sure that either it's immediately losing or he has to take with the pawn. So after pawn takes, the problem now is the bishop hanging on h8, but our bishop was hanging too, so let's continue calculating the more forcing line. Takes, check, king e7. Maybe I don't like this. Maybe I don't like to allow him to escape. If he takes with pawn, he loses queen. Uh-huh. How so? Oh, the bishop on f8. You're right. You're right. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we got it then. Then we don't need to calculate anything else. The other day I was watching the videos by Spanish Grandmaster Jesus de la Villa on calculation method, and he's not a fan of making a list of candidate moves, as many players recommend, because in positions like this one, when a strong move strikes as as an idea, his point is you first calculate that. It's if it's a forcing move, it's easy to calculate, and then if it works, you don't need to calculate anything else. Like, we don't need to calculate anything else in this position. I think rook takes f6 works. But let's be sure. Does black have anything like knight f3? I mean, any other move besides bishop takes rook? Well, there's queen takes, but queen takes we take with the other rook, and it should be enough material. Yes, we're going to lose a bishop. So, okay, maybe that's the critical line actually, because he gives up queen for two rooks. So he's more into finding the correct candidate moves than finding as many as possible. Yeah, something like that. I mean, there are positions, there are many types of positions, and you cannot do this always. But if there's a move that smells like, oh, this move seems strong, why don't you calculate that first? Because forced lines like captures, checkmate threats, as in this case, checks, this example has all of them, those moves don't give a lot of options to your opponent. So they narrow down the options you have to calculate. So it's easier to calculate than other lines like, I don't know, knight takes e4. That would be much more complicated to calculate. Because I can imagine black having 10 different moves after knight takes e4. Okay, BC. Have a good one too. Okay, rook takes f6, queen takes f6 might be the critical, because after rook takes, bishop takes, he's gonna win another bishop. However, we might have a winning idea. Let's try to find it. Look at checks, captures, threats for both sides. Yeah, but for both sides, you gotta be careful. Well, you have to bear one thing in mind, is you have to see all the options of your opponent, but you don't have to see all your options. So in order to develop intuition and calculate faster, it's good to find the best moves faster, as BC was suggesting, to find the correct moves. While at .com, why not, Sharkima? Welcome. So Miss Keck, what I was saying is, if you find a move that is good for you and it works, you don't need to see all your other options. But for every move you see for yourself, you need to see all the options of your opponent. You need to be sure that your opponent doesn't have a good answer. So yeah, you have to see all for your opponent. And for your side, you only need one win per game. If you find a winning continuation, you don't really need to seek for perfection. Sometimes you need to keep finding, keep looking because you don't find. But okay, so rook takes. Let's calculate that line. Queen takes. That's the critical line, I think. Then I need to take the queen, and then he needs to take the rook probably, and then he might already have a choice to take with pawn or bishop. So we're gonna lose a bishop. It's not good news. That is not good news. Ah, but we have checkmate if he takes with bishop. Okay, so rook takes, queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes, and we have checkmate there. Queen h7, king takes, knight e6 check, knight e6, f takes e, knight takes e6 checkmate. So he has to take with pawn. Rook takes, queen takes, rook takes, pawn takes. But then we trade one bishop for another. Okay. Okay guys, I think I've seen all what we should see in this line. And of course I didn't. Okay, this is annoying. This is annoying. It's not a relief. It's not a relief, but the puzzle rating is 3300, and in a way I'm glad because I think it's the first time I get a 3300, so that's nice. What's not nice is what did I miss? Well, I guess the problem has to do with that line. Rook takes, queen takes. So now we need to find something better or something good. Maybe rook takes f6 wasn't good in the first place. So let me see, check. Oh boy, oh boy. Guys, this position is a checkmate in 3. Guys, this position is a checkmate in 3. Ah! Ah! Carla K. Hey, just managed to get the fastest victory ever against Lila. Oh, congrats. Queen takes h8. No, queen h7. He's checkmate in 3. Aha! Aha! How can I not see a checkmate in 3 after exploring the other line? After exploring the other line that has the same theme on e6. Aha. That's another point of calculating first the forcing lines, that they give you ideas on what the tactics are. You beat Lila in 0 moves? I did the same. in contra chess, Lila Max has that problem, that it resigns immediately. I think they're working on that or fixing it. What? Am I blind? Oh, because he takes here. He doesn't take the queen. He doesn't allow the checkmate. Oh wait. It wasn't that easy, thankfully. So queen h7 check. If knight takes, it's checkmate in 2. No, it's not. What are you thinking, Pepe? What are you thinking? Yeah, rook takes f6 was the first was our first mistake. Was the mistake. That's why we're not playing for points anymore in this puzzle. Yeah, rook takes f6 seemed to work in all lines, and I'm gonna show after the puzzle the lines, and I still want to discover what's wrong with rook takes f6. Now, knight takes f7 doesn't seem to work. Knight h7, nah. Knight f5, some knight to e6. Bishop h6 would be funny. Knight takes e4. Yeah, the move that I said. It would be so hard to calculate. Knight takes e4. The problem is I want the knight here to threaten checkmates if this knight ever leaves. So knight takes e4, how does that help us? We wouldn't have these tricks here, but okay, I will try random moves because okay, this cannot be it. Until I find the solution. Engine move, not human move. Well, we're solving a. We're trying to solve a puzzle who's rated 3300. So, okay, I didn't try this one. Did I try this? No. What other ideas do we have? Bishop h6 would be so funny. Bishop takes here would be funny. Bishop here. Queen h8 I already tried. I'm trying all the random moves I can imagine. Oh, I didn't try the jumps here. Running out of ideas here. Bishop here. Knight f5 I already tried. Whoa. Queen h8, then fork. No, it's defended. f7 is defended. But I already tried. I didn't try queen h6, right? Oh, oh. Aha. But why? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand. Well, it might prevent knight h5 ideas. Well, now I think the logical follow-up would be this one. And okay, here, No, okay, gotta take it. And it stops there, the puzzle. Whew. I'm so no analysis mode. I'm so not understanding this one. Maybe I'm too sleepy. So what was wrong with rook takes f6? What I thought was that, okay, let's see the lines. If queen takes, so the lines are queen takes or bishop takes, because if pawn takes, we take the queen with the bishop, that's good. Bishop takes, we saw this check, and either he gives up the queen, or if he takes with pawn, this should be checkmate. This is checkmate because this is pinned. So yeah, I'm confused too. So he has to give up the queen here, and I mean, I didn't calculate it more, but I guess this is good for us. Now this is not checkmate because we no longer have a knight protecting f7, but I mean, was rook takes f6 right? No, it was wrong, but I'm showing the lines why I thought rook takes f6 was winning. So this line wins. Is it that good? Okay, Fischer, good morning. He has to take with queen. Set. Interesting. So queen h4 doesn't work. Not up material. Yeah, no, but I like the position. Well, at least we have a draw. That's good news. At least we have a draw here. Huh. So that would be a relief to find this line during a game, but yeah, maybe it's not winning. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. And the line I wasn't sure about was the queen takes anyway, not this one. The line queen takes I wasn't sure at all. And what did I think here? I thought if he takes here, we trade bishops. And if he takes here, I thought something that I can't remember now. That was check. Ah, yeah, this is checkmate. Now this is checkmate. Yeah. So he really has to take with pawn, if he wants to take a rook, which I think is probably necessary. And then check, check. And actually this is not so great for us because we have so many things hanging now. So this is not really trading bishops as I thought. Hey Whiskey, Sofa Stream Saturday, yeah, with my little Fito, who's sleeping because he's clever more than me. So, it seems we got this all wrong. Let me see what the engine thinks about rook takes f6. What's best, queen takes or bishop takes? Maybe both. Bishop takes, and it says it's a draw after bishop g7. So after queen h7, it says it's a draw again. Pepe, Lila Mead just turned into an absolute failure, like below 1000 standards. Yeah, I've played Lila Mead and it's really easy to beat, I think. And I play Bullet against that. He sleeps, plays, and eats great life. Yeah, and runs. Well, the engine is saying it's a complete. It's giving 3 zeros because I think now white is forced to go for the draw. Amazing. Now, the amazing winning move, queen h6. Queen h6 with the idea rook h4. Arjaman, hello, welcome. And he knows a whiskey that can talk. That's the best part. So for example, knight h5. Oh, no, the knight is again tied to this. Yeah. It was cool. Not easy one. I'm not sure. Maybe it would be so tempting to go rook takes f6 that I don't know if I would get this even over the board game if I have like 20 minutes to think. What if rook takes f8? Okay, let's have a look. I think the point of this puzzle is you sneak with the queen there, then you go here, and there's never knight h5 because queen h7. And another problem that black has is this knight cannot move. So there's no space for this bishop to leave. But yeah, rook takes f8. No, because that's the ideal situation for black would be to play rook takes f8, rook back, and then bishop g7 to have king f8. But no time, right? So let's say after queen h6, rook takes f8. I think I would still go rook h4. Ah, no, because the knight's still controlling h7. Wait. So in this case, we might need to play rook takes f6, right? Yeah. Yeah, rook takes f6 seems winning on the spot. No, but then knight takes h7. At which moment? I thought your stream is quiet, but it was actually me having the headphones plugged in without realizing. Okay. Half right, Carla. Well, actually, I mean, we played rook takes f6. I played rook takes f6 because it seemed winning. But yeah, I blame myself on this one. I didn't properly assess the outcome. I think in both lines, the line that the engine gives with bishop takes h6 and the other with queen takes, which I'm really interested to see whether it's also good for... Oh, there's mate in 3. Oh, I missed a mate in 3 here, guys. Oh, it's the same as with the bishop here. It's the same we saw in a different line. This cute sexy mate. I missed so many things in this puzzle. And this is mate 2, of course, if he takes with queen. Calculation is hard, yeah. But yeah, I saw these ideas. In the first line, I calculated at the first time. I saw these 96 ideas, and yeah, I didn't take proper time to see everything. So okay, let's move on. Let's forget about this puzzle. It was just the first one. Let's try to solve the next one. I'm really bad at it. Yeah, we all need to improve, I guess. Okay, what do we have in this position? This is a really interesting position where, well, it's a bit crazy. We're three pawns down, and also black is about to promote, and also our king is exposed. So I wouldn't be sad if we find a drawing line. If we find a drawing line, I wouldn't be sad. Some ideas related to this funny king too. It's a pity rook takes doesn't work because queen takes is check. Other than that, there would be some queen a8 ideas. This rook is hanging but doesn't feel like a good moment. Some sacrifice here might happen, some sacrifice here might happen. Probably we don't need to sacrifice. This would be a fork between checkmate and piece, and then some kind of battery. So queen e4 seems like a strong move. We need to see some checks here, so definitely some calculation is required here. If I have to start with a move, I would start with this one. It's a checkmate threat, and it threatens to capture material, although material I think it's not important in this position. The good news is black has only one check. Queen g6 avoids bishop h5. Okay, let's calculate what happens. Queen g6 takes, king here, and then what? Bishop c4. Ooh. Oh, rook e8, rook e8, rook f8. Yeah, that's mate. Okay, so queen g6. No, it's not mate. It's not mate. That's king e6 in the end. What am I thinking? But it's a draw, or not? No, not even a draw. Okay, let's calculate a bit more, because after king e6 we have bishop c4 check, king d6 only move, rook d8 check, and then there are two moves. Pepe! What? I thought it was bishop takes knight. King g8, bishop c4. But that's too funny. That's too funny. It allows rook h2 check. I don't know. I mean, we sack the queen. KFC. King g8, bishop c4 is so funny. Rook h2 check. I'm scared. I'm scared in that position. Yeah, that's the line I was trying to calculate, Carla. The line with bishop c4 at the end. So, okay, the forcing line is king g8, check, king f7, check, king e6, sorry, king e6, bishop c4 check, only move king d6, and then rook d8, I thought, rook d8 check, and there are two moves, king c6 or king c4, or king c5. King c5, rook d5 check, we might take the queen and stop promotion, and maybe even knight takes e5 would be check at some point. But oh, the queen is protecting d8. You're right. There's no rook d8. There's no rook d8. Then we're fucked. Then we're fucked. Okay. d6, bishop takes. Almost found a drawing line. Almost found a drawing line after queen takes. Queen g6, bishop takes. First of all, is bishop takes forced? I guess so, but rook takes knight, maybe? Then queen e8, rook e8, queen e8. Okay. Yeah, maybe forced. So I thought after queen g6, bishop g6, I thought a very stupid idea. That does not work. Okay, never mind. Don't mind me. Rook a6, that's a strong move. Yeah, rook a6 is a strong move. But if our bishop ends up on a6, we might not have threats. So queen takes, bishop takes a6, rook takes h4. We may or may not. Well, even promoting. What's wrong with promoting there? Queen a8, bishop g8. Not sure. It's like trading this guy for this guy and misplacing our bishop. Knight g6 mate. Did I miss that? After bishop g8. That's right. That is right. Who is using Lichess chat? What? We're not in Lichess right now. Yeah, Carla, that was the line I was trying to see. Not to see, that to find. That was my crazy idea. Check and then queen g6. So therefore we have the bishop c4 with mate. Hey Ray Clay, good morning. But does it work? I mean, rook check has to take. Queen g6. If takes, then it's mate. Ah, and we're threatening the bishop on e8 too. Yeah, that's nice. 800% works. Well, let's see if it works. It works. Rook e8 check. Bishop takes only legal move. So far so good. Queen g6. Rook takes h4. We have queen takes e8 mate. We're threatening queen takes h7 mate. Rook h6 or anything like that. We have queen takes bishop mate. And black has no checks. It's totally working. It's totally working. Credits to Carla. Credits to Carla. That's a neat one. Okay, I'm gonna go grab more coffee. I'll let you see the next puzzle. Oh, again game one. Oh, domination. That queen is gonna be lost, I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna go grab coffee. Hey, hello. You hate studies. I love studies. I love them. So give me a second. One bit of a second. I'm gonna open Streamlabs over here because I think there were a couple of follows and I didn't realize. So I'm sorry about it, guys. Thank you anyway for the new follows. So One problem we have is the queen now. It's hard to fork it because we have knights in light squares. So to fork that queen, we will need a knight landing here or here or here. We will get there. Like for example, if we check here, sacrificing the rook, that cannot be good. We might have some ideas like this one. Okay, this is going to be a funny one, I think. I still don't see the idea. Logging. So let's see what squares does this queen have to go. Also, I realized I had this is funny story. Funny story. I thought this was white's king and this was black's king. Now the position seems more winning to me because look at this king. Okay. The problem is the queen might have some stalemate tricks. Okay. So what squares does the queen have? This. Okay, let's put the squares the queen has. If we don't move as white. Maybe there are a lot. Maybe there are a lot of them. So maybe it's gonna be hard to trap the queen. It would be funny if we can sack the rook and deliver checkmate with the two knights by forcing the queen to a bad square. That would be nice. Yeah, too many squares here. Too many squares available for this queen. This is probably a square too. No, Pepe can queen can sack for stalemate if it messes up. Miss Keck says king g1 forced and then win the queen. Yeah, but with two knights we cannot checkmate unless we find a way to put like the queen in a bad square and instead of taking the queen, deliver checkmate. Also, queen takes would be check, so that would be a problem because then we would be probably forced to take. But yeah, this check is interesting, king g1. And then, if we can force the queen to a square where it does not defend that anymore, that would be cool. Rook e3, I'm thinking. And if queen g7, we have king h3, but that's not good. Well, at least we have the draw. Rook h7 threatening knight f3 check. Ah, in that line? Queen takes d3 and take a rook. Check. Queen takes d3 check and take a rook. Ah, knight f3 check to block. Oh, that's a cool one. That is a cool one. Wow, how do you find those moves, Carla? That was fast. But knight f3 check, king e2. I mean, king f1, rook, and if rook h1, king e2, rook e1 is mate. Oh, that's sexy. So let's see, knight h2 check, king g, oops, knight h2 check, king g1, rook h7. There's no queen takes knight. There's no stalemate because the king has h1. Can you play it if you trust me? No, I need to be sure. After rook h7, we know the queen cannot take the knight, but the king cannot move, can it? King h1, knight f3 check, king g1. I mean, knight f3 is mate. What am I saying? Hey, thanks for the host. Oh, that reminds me. I need to see the events. Give me a second. Okay, so moves for the queen. Moves for the queen. Our threat is knight f3. Checkmate. And the queen cannot take the knight, and there's no other way the queen attacks our rook without hanging the queen. So it's pretty much game over. Okay, now I see the notifications, and I have to say thank you, Spicy Cat Leader, TFGJJ, and Banjo Snorkel for the follows. I hope you like the stream. Why isn't queen takes d3 working? Because knight f3 check. Knight check, king g1, rook h7. If queen takes d3 check, knight f3 check. I don't see a mate after queen c4. I see it. After rook h7, queen c4. Okay, let's go again. Knight h2 check, king g1, rook h7. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was mixing lines. Sorry, but queen d4. Not queen d4. Queen c4. Knight f3 check. King back to f1. I guess knight f4, maybe. After king f1, knight f4, and there are no checks. King e3 still. No. After king f1, immediately after king f1, knight f4. So there are no checks. There's no king back to g1, and rook h1 is going to be mate, because we're controlling all these squares here. Well, I have the feeling this has to be the line. But yeah, instead of king knight f4 after king e2, I would go knight f4 immediately after king f1. Rook h7, queen takes d3, king f1. And where is the mate? King can go to e2. What? I'm not sure which line are you in, Clash Kid? Queen takes d3 is just mate. Yeah, queen takes d3 is just mate. Yeah. But yeah, in the line after queen c4. So let's put the line again. Knight h2 check, king g1, rook h7, queen c4. I think we just go knight f3 check, king f1 only move, and in that very moment we go knight f4. And I don't see checks, I don't see stalemate tricks, and I don't see a way to stop rook h1 mate. Rook h1, not knight f4, more forced. Why not knight f4? Is mate next move? Pepe, play knight h2 so we can see the variation. We need to work out. Okay. Ah, he took. Okay, let's go to the analysis board. Maybe both. Yeah, maybe both. But I mean, you're right, Bobby. If it works, if both work, the most correct is properly the check, right? The forcing one. But okay, let's see the line. Rookets. Queen c4 we were discussing. A check. And you say this. Check first, and now knight f4 check. And so king e3, rook e1, that's a funny checkmate. This is a funny checkmate, isn't it? And the alternative is this one, but it's not stalemate. So it's not checkmating in 3 because there's this move, and then it's gonna take a while for the checkmate. So I'm not sure whether actually knight f4 would be better here. I guess this leads. Which one leads to mate faster? Huh? Hey Karmar! Which one leads to mate faster? Let's see what the engine thinks. 92 check. 92 check is the best move here. Easy. Knight f4 queen g8. Oh! Oh, you're totally right. I thought, for some reason, I thought the rook was still preventing the queen to go to the g line. Yeah. Knight f4 is a blunder. Knight f4 is a blunder. No checks, you said. Yeah, no. For some reason, I thought that I had in my mind this position, and the g file was forbidden. Yeah, so you have to go for rook h1 or 92, which is the best way. And the best way according to the engine, because I don't see anything wrong with rook h1, seems. It's mating 12. It's mating 12, rook h1. While 92 is mating 14. No, actually rook h1 is better now. Now that Stockfish thinks a bit more. Rook h1 is one move faster. Okay, nice. Hey Rafael, I saw it before Stockfish. Is Nightbot's song request activated? Nope. Nope, sorry. And I don't play music when I do tactics, so sorry about that too. I might do later in a more chill stream. Okay, good. That was the third one, right? Yeah, let's do the other two. Okay. What do we have here? We're black, we're a pawn down for a rook. Okay, we're a rook up for a pawn. Too complicated. Well, too complicated, but so many problems for black. Yeah, there are some problems. Some. There are all kinds of discovered attacks with knight jumps. This, even this. King in the center, terrible. I don't get what I have to look for. This is terrible. Yeah, maybe the best move is King d8. No, just kidding. Huh. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. These are double checks, so my gut feeling tells me to start removing pieces, opening the line against h2 also. So pawn takes knight seems like the move I would do if I had to play fast. Not sure how would we survive otherwise. At least by taking there we have access to the f8 also, so it seems like the obvious, right? Queen takes a7 and knight e6. What? Wow, we have queen takes h2, but I wouldn't trust it. 96 checkmate. 96. It might be checkmate after a move or two. I don't know what lines are you talking about. h6, 96 checkmate. What? So take, check, king d8, and we're fine. We might not be fine, but at least we have survived for a move. Not checkmate as far as I can see. Why is your username Pepelu and not Pepeloal? Because I'm Pepelu. Why not? You're totally fine. The attack is gone. Well, it's not gone. Rook d1. It's not gone. It feels fine. It feels fine. I don't think knight e6 is a problem. And knight f6, king f7, bishop takes g6. No, that's not a problem either. So I think I'm gonna just take the. I mean, I don't see any other idea for black. I don't think the sacrifice on h2 works yet. It might work after the h file is opened, but not before, because we still have a bishop on h4 hanging, by the way. So I think I have the same problem as you. I can't. This position seems so complicated, but I think I'm gonna take h takes g6 without calculating, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. Okay. Problems. King d8 forced. Okay, king d8 forced. Interesting that you say that. I think king d8. I think king d8. I don't. Oh, it's double check. Okay, okay. It's double check. Okay. So we have this, we have this, we have this. For example, king f8 has the plus side that the only logical check, queen e8, king g7, the queen would be attacked, and I don't see more checks. Queen e5. Oh, queen e5. Yeah, that might be too risky. Oh, queen takes g6. I'm so blind, guys. I'm so blind. Queen takes g6, king f8, queen f6, check, resign. So let's remove this option. Now king d7 or king d8. Well, king d7 seems very stupid, and it's asking for rook d1. So let's put the king here. Okay, and now blocking here. Blocking here with bishop seems natural. The problem with blocking is this fork over here. It's gonna be It's gonna be there always. King of 8 is a draw, which is bad. No, King of 8 was not a draw. I think white wins there. Yeah, Knight f7 is an annoying threat right now. Very annoying threat. So I think bishop d7 to be able to run to c8. No, it's perpetual. Queen g6 and queen e8 after king f8. No, but I think after king f8, queen takes g6 check, queen e8 check, king g7, queen takes g6 check, king f8, queen f6 check. I think queen f6 check is killing in that line. Why not knight d7? Knight d7, knight f7 checkmate? Maybe that's a problem. Maybe. Adibas, hello. So bishop d7. Yeah, bishop d7 gives us the square to run. But let's see a little the line. Knight f7 check, king c8, knight takes rook. And we're a piece up after pawn takes bishop. Is that it? Whew. Queen e6 check, king b7. Queen d5 check, knight c6. So there's no rook d7. Okay. Oh wait, what am I thinking? The bishop is still alive on d7. Okay, forget what I just said. We're too much material up in that line. Sack the queen. Rook and 2 pieces is enough. Why sack the queen? Yeah, why would I sack the queen here? Ah, like here? Takes with check. King c7. Queen c5 check. King b7. I don't believe it. Queen b6 check, king a8. Maybe not the best, but still. I wouldn't sack the queen. I wouldn't sack the queen. Oh yeah, and also after takes, and king c7, he has queen takes a7 check. If I take the rook, there's queen takes knight check. No, I wouldn't sack the queen. So I think bishop d7 is the only move that I see here. I'm gonna go for it because I think in the line knight f7 check, king c8, knight takes, we're still material up. We started a rook up, so yeah, we're grabbing material and surviving. Most importantly, the king on b7 is actually safe. We can always block on c6 with a piece, and maybe bishop f3 check. No, we block bishop c6. What if rook takes bishop? Rook takes bishop? Okay, I don't know in which line you mean. In this moment, this allows checkmating two different ways. So I guess you mean after bishop d7, knight f7 check, king c8, at some point white playing rook takes bishop. But we have the bishop defended with knight also. Why not queen e7? Queen e7 here. Interesting. I guess knight f7 anyway. Ah, yeah, knight f7 check. No. It seems risky. It seems risky, but it might work. I don't see knight takes c8 or knight f7 working, so it's a move to consider. I didn't see the mate Pepe. Okay, it's okay. Queen e7, knight takes c8. No, but knight takes c8 I take with the king, right? But knight takes f5. Yeah, knight takes f5, we need to sacrifice the queen. Or not. Maybe not. So queen e7, knight takes f5, rook d7. Oh, the bishop is defending d1. Ah, yeah, we lose the queen there. Queen e7, knight takes 8 is strong. I don't think it's strong. I think knight takes f5 is strong. But queen e7, knight takes c8, king takes c8. And I think we're fine there. I think we're fine. I don't see anything. I've been wrong so many times today that, okay, queen c3 is a fork. But still, we're up so much material. King b7, queen takes rook, pawn takes bishop. We're totally fine in that line, I think. Bishop d7 maximum, you will get mated. Just play bishop d7. Yeah, queen e7 feels risky, and I think knight takes f5 is a problem. We're gonna lose the queen for sure in that line. I'm not sure about rook d7. Knight takes queen, and then maybe we trade rooks and play bishop takes e7, and we have too much material. But I feel bishop d7 is safest, bringing the king to b7 fast. So I'm gonna play bishop d7, and we're gonna see the lines now on the analysis board, because they are funny. Too many ways to lose this position. It was a defensive puzzle. And I played bishop d7 only because it was the one that felt the safest, not because other lines didn't seem to work. Okay, first of all, there's this checkmate ideas. Oh wait, after rook d1. This is checkmate. So, yeah, this. I think here we don't have a problem. I think everything's defended except this rook here, and yes, he has this fork, but let's step out. He takes, we take, and we're up to pieces. I mean, maybe there are some problems to be solved, but I think black is more than fine here. Too much material. So knight takes c8 wasn't the problem. I think the problem was knight takes f5 check. And we're gonna lose the queen. And then I wasn't sure about this line. The idea is if he takes, we save the queen by taking with the queen back. Still our king exposed, there's queen b6 check and stuff, but again, we're up so much material. And if he takes our queen, I thought this, of course, and this, and maybe this is a draw. I mean, maybe this is equalish. We have rook and 2 pieces for queen and 2 pawns. It's hard to assess this. I like black, however, I like black. Queen e5 check. Oh, queen d4 check. Oopsie. Oopsie. Okay, not equal. Yeah, queen d4 check is a problem. So here we might need to take here first. Yeah, we didn't have to trade rooks. So this might be equalish. Not sure. I mean, no, that's a blunder. I keep doing blunders all the time. What's the evaluation of this? Mate in 3 with queen b6. Queen b6. Oof, that. And what's the mate after? Queen takes g6. Oh, that's a beautiful checkmate, guys. Check. Look what the queen does. Check. Checkmate. That's a beautiful checkmate. Okay. Yeah, queen e7 risky. Let's see if the engine agrees with knight f5. I think it will. Also queen b6. The engine prefers queen b6 here. And knight takes f5, also winning. Queen d7 gives the engine. Yeah, but queen b6 here. Rook c7, queen takes b8. And keeping all the threats of the discovery attacks. Nasty, nasty. Oof. Okay, let's go for the final one. Let's do the last puzzle. And then I think I'm going to do the personality test that just Comet, I think, shared. The chess personality test. Okay. This position, why to move? Rook takes g7, obvious. Rook, okay, we gotta calculate that. Rook takes g7, king f8, rook f1 check, king e8. Rook g8 check, king d7, no, king e7. You have the link for the personality test, I wanna try that. Yeah, I will, I have the link over there. I will share after this puzzle. Rook e1. Oh, we have rook e1 too. So rook check, king f8, rook f1 check, king e8, rook e1. What? Isn't that... Is that obvious? What am I missing? Rook e1, rook d3 check, king f2 to prevent rook e3. Then rook f3 check, and we have to go king g1, rook e3. Well, it's not that easy, maybe. It's not that easy, maybe. But I think it has to be the line. So we can discard. You can take the queen. Okay, let me see, because I think I lost something. I lost track of something. Rook f1 check, king e8, rook e1, rook d3 check, king f2, rook f3 check, king g1 only move, then rook e3, king h2, not king f2. That's a good point. Rook e1, rook d3 check, king h2. Then rook e3. That was the idea. And then rook g1, maybe. Why not e5? Why e1, not e5? Because the rook is on g7, not on g5, Carlos. Our first move was rook takes g7, so the rook no longer has access to e5. Hey, Ray Clay. Hey, Roken. Ray Clay was there already. Yeah, rook gg1 maybe. Rook gg1, but then the king moves. Then the king moves. Huh. I think rook d3, rook e3 is a clever defense, and I don't know how to avoid it. Maybe we need to throw the g8, the check on g8. Ah, no, there's king f7. I don't know, there's no check on f7. Maybe we need, look at these guys. Maybe we need to check, check, and here throw the check on g8. So if he goes here, we win a rook, and if he goes here, I missed my idea. No, we cannot go rook e1 then. That's stupid. When queen fork, queen will not move. Bishop f6. Bishop f6. Oofda. Only protect from opponent rook. What are you saying, Adibas? So check, rook e1. Rook d3 check. You can play the first move forced. Yeah, but I want to see, I want to solve the puzzle. I don't need to do the first move for that. I mean, the only information doing the first move will give me is whether the first move is right or not. And if I see everything, and then suddenly there's a move better than rook takes g7, then why would I decide to do the first move now? Easier to calculate. No, but I want to practice this. I want to calculate right. I want to solve the positions without moving the pieces. No way rook takes g7 is not the first move. I think the same as you, but what do we win by doing it? What I think is, well, I made my point already. I don't want to solve the puzzle moving the pieces. Okay, rook d3 check. If king h2, rook e3. Rook g4 maybe. Aha, rook g4 in that moment. After king h2, rook e3, rook g4. What about that? Then rook takes e1 and I cry. Huh. Yeah, if king f2 advance, there's rook f3 check. So after rook d3 check, if king f2, there's rook f3 check, and then I think we need to go to g1, because on g2 there's rook e3 check. That's probably not good. Although on g1 there's also rook e3. And yeah. I'm not sure about that line, guys. Rook check, king f8. Rook f1 check, that has to be king here. Is there any point in throwing the check on g8? I mean, if we want to go for the draw, there are better ways, I guess. You might at some point bishop f6. Rook f1 blunder. Queen e3 check and takes g5. What? I think you're not in the same position as we are, Gold Lich King. Yeah, but in which moment to go to f6? And yeah, I don't believe. Okay. King e8. Well, when I said I cried, maybe I don't cry. Would be, what do you think, guys? If we trade these guys off, is that winning for white? Having the bishop versus the rook, but with the h pawn. I thought that wouldn't be winning, but it's never losing. So, that would be awesome. Rook takes c7, king f8, rook f1, then rook e5 check. You have an extra bishop. There's no there's not there's no rook e5 if we go to g7 in the first move. Gold Lich King. Also, rook e1 faces rook d3, rook e3. What's wrong with that, says Sphinxy. Okay. What's wrong with rook takes g7? Hey, John John. Rook f1, king e8, rook g8 check, king d7. Ah, you say king, if king e7, bishop f6, and if king d7, we win the rook with rook d1. Okay, okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Bishop f6 there. Yeah, that's a winning line. That's a winning line, Sphinxy. I think you're right. I think rook g8 is the idea. Yeah, that has to be it. Rook g8 here. And now rook check, I thought, should be enough. Yeah, black will not have enough checks. Yeah. Cool. Cool, that was cool. But yeah, at first this position, rook e1 felt, oh, sorry, let's go to the analysis board. Felt so tempting, rook e1, but rook d3, rook e3, great defense by black. I need to do a very quick bathroom break, and then I'm gonna do the personality test, and then maybe I do something else. Rook e1, so tempting here, so tempting. Pasafito. ¿Qué pasa? I'm back. Rook e1, rook d3, I think. Yes, you're right, John. That was the defense. Rook e1 doesn't win here. Therefore, we needed to throw the check on g8. And it went here, so we won a rook here, and there are no perpetuals. But of course, after this, we will be two rooks and a bishop up here. But yeah, rook e1 was so tempting, but it does not work because of rook d3 check. And black wants to play rook e3 and survive. And the way to stop it, apparently this doesn't work because of this check. And no matter where do we go, now rook e3 will happen. And yeah, there's no way to win here. So at some point we thought king h2 here, but still rook e3. And rook g4 unfortunately doesn't work because of rook takes e1. And this is the typical endgame that you can never lose, but you lose. Now I guess this you should never lose as white, but I don't think you will win either. Fito is like, my man plays chess so boring. Yeah, totally. He's totally like that. Okay, let's find the personality test. Let me pick up the link. Oh, give me a second. Jasmine tea and music. Music is the best solution to everything. I think you're right, Carlos. Oh, thanks for the link, Carlos. Okay, copy link address. So now you all have the link. I don't need to share it. Tan tan tan. There. Okay, so we discussed this yesterday. Okay, but I saw the give me a second before entering the test. Give me a second and go to the main web page, because I think here it gave like three things exactly. These three things. I wanted to read this before taking the quiz to give some context. When will you cut your beard, Pepelu? When I'm a GM. Which means never. Okay. Gotta be careful with what I say. Yeah, I wanted to read this to make my own guess before taking the quiz. So what kind of chess player are you? Can you teach some chess openings? Yes, I can. Thought you're gonna say tomorrow. No. Fito. Okay, Fito. Oof, Fito. Oof. Okay. Fito had a strong breakfast. Okay. So what kind of chess player are you? Let's see what this. I think one of the toughest things in chess is to realize what kind of chess should I play? Should be an attacking player, should be a defensive player, and there are tactical monster. There are things you like, and there are things you're good at, and sometimes they're not the same. So it's important to discover oneself. However, quizzes are probably not the tool, but everything gives you a view. So answer 20 questions and find out best openings for your style. Which friends are most like you? Okay, that's not important. And which master are you most like? Okay, I'm gonna make my bet or my guess before doing the test of what I think. What are the best openings for my style? Pepe is the kind that get in trouble, and then when he has 1 minute left in time trouble, he turns it around and mate with 1 second left. That would be Grishuk, right? Alexander Grishuk, always playing for the time trouble. Yeah. Okay, what are the best openings for your style? I would bet. Okay, I guess the quiz will be chess positions, and I'll need to answer. What would I do? I guess. And then it will come up with answers for this. What are the best openings for my style? I would say, if I have to bet, I have a terrible repertoire based on terrible openings, but I think they're not the best for my style. the well, I think my style. What do you like most in chess? Yeah, exactly. What I like most in chess, I think, from what I mean, I'm very expressive. So many teammates have told me this. I really enjoy and I really look like I'm enjoying a lot when I'm attacking. When I have this kind of attacking game where you you keep building a strong attack. It's not like checkmate. It's not like sack mate, but just typical game where you have a bit more of space and you are attacking, and keeping the initiative. I think that's what I like the most. This kind of game, even when I need to spend 30 minutes in the precise move. I think that's exactly what I like the most. So I would bet best openings for my style would be advanced variations, like advanced variation against the French, advanced variation against the Caro. I bet on that, but of course you can never get them. You cannot always get them. And as black, I would guess King's Indian or something that goes for counterplay, just not symmetrical. I would bet on that, but you never know. And which master are you most like? That's a tough one. How long you play chess? 10 years. Can you play blindfolded chess? Yes, I can. I'm not very good, but I can. I got Grinder. Yeah, I know. And was like, what the fuck? Ah, Grinder, yeah. Best opening for Pepe, Danish Gambit. I wouldn't say no. I think Danish Gambit suits very well. What is your tactics rating on Chess and Chess.com, Pepelu? Well, on Chess.com we already saw it's 29 something. On Chess is 24 something or 25 something. And hello, rating Tarsier. I did a test. It says I am a technician and play the style of Vladimir Kramnik. Not sure I agree. Yeah, I don't think I will be a technician. I don't think that. I think I will be more of an attacking player, and I will be more like, I don't know, thinking about world champions. More like Kasparov, Fischer, that kind of player. But I'm not a theoretician. Okay, let's find out. Let's do it. Which side would you rather play in the following position? Black to move. Black to move, and black cannot castle. So both sides are attacking, but I love white's position. I love white's position. I would be white, even though it's black's to move and black can take on d5, and still that problem on the e file, the bishop on e7, the pawn on g7, this space. Although this space is going to disappear if bishop takes d5 now. Whoa, it's hard to assess which side would I be without calculating. Bishop takes d5, bishop f5. Both sides have problems. And I'm not even sure whose attack is faster, because black has also stuff going on. I think I would pick white. I think I would pick white here. I think black is the one that has to be precise and has to spend like 10 minutes to calculate whether bishop takes d5 works or not. I would pick white. When you play in tournaments, do you usually score with consistent results, or do you often perform on the extremes, either really well or really poorly? Pretty consistent. I have to say, pretty consistent. I had, of course, good scores and bad scores, but never did like the greatest tournament ever. I never did like the worst tournament ever. I'm very consistent in the way that if I have a bad result, the next game I tend to not have a bad result, so to speak. So I would say pretty consistent. Which best describes how you think about this position in the Sveshnikov Sicilian? Um, yeah, okay, I like the position for... it's not the question, but I would pick white. I think I enjoy this. I'm sure because I don't play the Sicilian, and sometimes I got to play this kind of position with black, and I already said that yesterday or 2 days ago in the stream. I don't know how to play this with black, so I really like white here. So black has given up a critically important square, d5. I agree with that. Black has lots of potential counterplay with the bishop pair and the f5 pawn break. I totally agree with that too. So which best describes how you think? Ha! That is tough. That is tough. Because I said I don't know how to play this with black, but between those two things, I think the most important for me is the b1, the counterplay and the break. I mean, if I was white, I wouldn't be so happy about the d5 square. I'm happy about it, and I'm happy about having space, but I would be much worried about f5, and I would be playing against that. So I like white, but I think the most important feature in the position is the option B. All these or all these or all these are equal positions. Yeah, I think this is theory. In fact, I've seen this position before. Equal-ish. It's mainline theory. So it's a tricky question, because if they ask me which side would you rather play, I would play white. But if they ask what do you think is more important, white having the d5 square or black having the counterplay, I would say black having the counterplay with f5 and the bishop pair. I think that's what I would try to be playing against as white, and I would enjoy it. So I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say B because I think that's how I think about this position. I think that's the main feature. The knight on d5 is nice, but it's just nice. Which statement is closer to the truth? I bring my best game when facing opponents I dislike. I don't really notice my opponent. Huh. A. Definitely A. Black has just played g5. Your first instinct is to take on g5, retreat to g3. Take on g5. Yeah. I mean, I already have the rook on c3. I'm gonna play e4, rook h3, and queen d3, and yeah, of course. And f4. After knight takes g5, pawn takes, bishop takes, f4 is the next move. Of course, take on g5 is the first instinct. Do you play gambits? Yes. How would you think about whether or not to take on g5 as white? The same position. No, it's not the same. Oh yeah, it's the same. How would you think about whether or not to take on g5? I already said my first instinct is to take, so okay, never mind. I would evaluate the placement of the pieces to decide if the attack seemed promising. I would calculate several variations to decide if white's attack is strong enough. Yeah, I would do the last one. I mean, first instinct is to take, and it's the first line I would calculate, but I would calculate it. I never do crazy stuff, although it's not so crazy. I never do crazy stuff based on my gut feeling. I really need to have the lines worked out. I mean, sometimes the end of the line is a position that I evaluate subjectively, but still I want to calculate up to there. So I would calculate several variations to decide if white's attack is strong enough. Oh, did I click that one? I'm not sure. I hope I did. Under serious time pressure, you are more likely to miss a tactic, move pieces aimlessly. I'm more likely to miss a tactic. I actually did. Actually did recently. Huh. Last year I did once. This year I did once too. I'm not likely to move pieces aimlessly. When I'm in time pressure, I'm still trying to play the best moves, and because of time pressure, I start missing tactics. Yeah, so that's it. Which of these ideas do you prefer for white? Okay, let's see the position. This position. Well, it's a pawn on d3. What was this? A king's Indian? No. What? I'm not even sure about the opening. Okay, queen on f2, bishop on e3. Interesting. Okay, which of these ideas do you prefer for white? White should trade bishops and put a strong knight on d4. Wow, that's very positional, interesting idea, because then you have f5 in the future. Which will prevent any counterplay from black doubling rooks on the c file by defending c2. I like that idea a lot. White should push d4, temporarily misplacing black's dark square bishop, and then start an attack on the king side with f5. That is also very, very, very strong. I like both options, but I have to be honest to my style. I would play d4 for sure. I'm totally sure I would play d4. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's very hard for me to play something like bishop takes on knight d4, even though after I'm told the idea, I see how strong it is. But no, my style, I would definitely play d4 and play for an attack. You start the game with 1 d4. No. The answer is no, I don't start the game with 1 d4. Okay, let's suppose I start the game out with 1 d4, which, by the way, I did in classical chess 2 or 3 times. I mean, I did, sometimes I did. Would you rather your opponent play d5 or f5? I don't care. I don't care. This is a really tough question, but I would, if I have to choose now, like if I play d4 now in a game for a random reason, I prefer f5. I mean, I prefer the Dutch because I know it, but and d5, yeah, I have more chances to get into something I don't know. But this question is very tricky because I don't play d4, and when I played d4 in the past in classical chess games, it was only because I had preparation for that game. And it was never against d5. So I guess that's another point to mark option B. I played, yeah, option B. You have been ahead a pawn for most of the game, but after tough resistance from your opponent, you have only 5 minutes left in this position. Should you play on or offer your opponent a draw? So, in this position, I would play on. Totally. What are the chances to lose? I mean, I have chances to lose, but no. Keep pushing for the win, of course. 5 minutes is a lot. Which statement comes closest to your feelings? It's always a joy to be paired with someone you've crushed in the past. Yeah. The odds of winning are slightly higher against opponents one has previously beaten. Yeah, I think that. I mean, I totally agree with option B. And option A, I think there are some cases where, yes, it is a joy, but some others where it's not. So I guess the fact that I've crushed him in the past, it's not the main feature. It's just a joy to play against some people. Doesn't relate to the result, to the score, I guess. So option B, which I totally agree with. With plenty of time on your clock, what will you do in this position? Okay, let me see the position. I guess we're white. Our knight is attacked. So we have to take a decision on the knight. So A, trade on e6 and play rook d7 because the endgame is good for white, or redirect the knight to c3 via a4 to preserve the better minor piece. Wow, what an option A! Option B, invest some serious time calculating whether knight takes e6 achieves anything concrete. Oh, this is an interesting question. Oh, sorry, I'm not following the chat. Well, I guess you're answering the questions too. I play max 10 minutes game, so 5 minutes is more than enough. Good point. Okay, this is interesting because this question is about how practical I am. And I had a shift in my style in the last 2 or 3 years. I've become much more practical. So, so I think I would have to answer option A probably. But let me think about it. Invest some serious time calculating whether knight takes e6 achieves anything concrete. Well, I would achieve some time for sure. For sure. This is a tough question. It's 50-50, I think, for me. Like if you ask me 3 years ago, I'm totally sure I would calculate knight takes e6 as much as I need. Today I would calculate it. I wouldn't play knight a4 without calculating knight takes e6, and I wouldn't play knight takes e6 without calculating it. But not a lot. I mean, knight takes e6, rook takes e6, rook d7, and if some rook goes to e7, then doubling, that seems nice. If rook c8 instead, doubling too. I would calculate a bit more from that position after rook d7, but not a lot. So what should I answer here? I don't know. It's somewhere in the middle, I think. Well, option A doesn't say without calculating, right? It's not saying without calculating. You calculated just to answer this question. It wasn't a calculation. So the problem with option B is it says invest some serious time calculating whether knight takes e6 achieves anything concrete. And with plenty of time on your clock, what would you do in this position? Okay, that's with plenty of time. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say option B. Although I tend more and more to option A nowadays, but yeah, still option B. Okay. What do you think of the famous saying, chess is 99% tactics? I agree or I disagree? Tough question again. I would say 90%. 90% tactics, or 90% agree. So I guess I agree. Between I agree and I disagree, it's tough, huh? Because of course I think to improve in chess, and I keep doing this with my students, I do a lot of lessons on strategy. I think strategy is what leads the game, and it's what leads the understanding of the game. But of course tactics is always there. Always. On every decision. And it's how you improve faster. Okay, I will agree, but I don't think it's the kind of statement that, never mind. How do you feel about this wild gambit line for black? White to move. So let me see. White to move. We have a lot of development. Attacking the queen, bishop g7 will come, and then king f8, king g8. That's what I think. We have space, we have center, we have for just a rook. ¿Qué pasa, Fito? For just the price of a rook, we have such a gorgeous position. Option B, but yeah, option B, of course. After losing a game, have you ever broken something or yelled out loud? Again, tough question. Because I think I've done this maybe a couple of times but only in online bullet chess. I mean, for example, in over the board chess, I never did anything like this. Never ever. and I know people who does. So I think I would have to say no, because I think that's the honest answer. But yeah, on the internet, playing Bullet, I might have some. I mean, I never broke something, but maybe one yell. No, I have to say no. I have to say no. Hey Joey! Hello! Yeah, we're taking the test here. 4 questions to go. No, don't be so childish. What? No, you have to say yes, the honest answer. No, the honest answer is no. Hey, good morning. How did you sleep? I'm I'm so hungover. You too. Yeah. Oofda. But lots of water and lots of coffee today for me. I'm pretty sure I had a clip. It's gone now, Pepe. Bless you, coffee time. Hey Lee, why to play and castle? Kingside, queenside. Queenside. Next question. Which is closer to the truth? I get excited or nervous before a game. Totally, yes. I don't worry about prizes, money, titles, or honors while playing. I just play my game. Also 100% true. Which is closer? Which is closer? Okay, I guess closer, I have to say option A. Is Pepe hangover? No need to break stuffs or losing or drawing, it's just after all a game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but one thing is what you think, and another is how you react when you are in the battle. And I don't worry about prices. I don't worry about money. You can ask any of my friends. I don't worry about money. I don't worry about titles. I don't want. Yeah, I just play my game. Yes, but still I get excited and nervous before a game, and it's something I cannot really avoid. I cannot really avoid. I mean, I have worked on this a lot, and I get nervous before every chess game, no matter my opponent, no matter actually no matter whether there's prize or not. I always get nervous. So I guess it's option A. And also, sometimes I did really worry about some honor or some prize. Or for example, if I play like in a previous question, they talked about opponent who you don't like. So in certain situations, like for example, when I play against an opponent I don't like, or when I play against an opponent that usually wins against me, or when I play against an opponent that is much stronger than me, or I play for the team in a team competition. In some scenarios, I really feel the pressure to so I worry in a way, not for a prize, not for money, not for titles, but yes for the honor. So sometimes I worry, and I always get nervous. So it's option A. How do you come up with a plan in this position as white? Okay, let me first see the position. A typical King's Indian position. Okay, E5. We have to play E5. Okay. Opponent who usually wins against you and are much stronger than you. Talking about me, Pepe? You bet. Okay, how would you come up with a plan here? Consider the strengths and weaknesses of black's position and decide where my pieces feel best. Yeah. I would calculate some line for white to see how strong various possibilities are. Huh. Huh. Yes to both again. Let's try to be honest here. I think it's more of option B than option A again. But especially because this is a King's Indian position where King's Indian attack, I mean, where I'm so used to calculating, because I think there's no obvious weakness for black yet. And I usually, these positions with all the pieces on the board, it's so hard for me to come up with, oh, there's this weakness or this strength here. Still all the pieces on the board. So I would calculate and maybe discover some of the strengths or weaknesses from the calculation. So I think option B. Option B is what I would do. Going to have lunch in sun. Oh, see you later. Okay, see you later, Lee. Have a good lunch. Sunny day here too. Maybe we should go for a walk and have lunch outside too, Fito. What do you think? Fito keeps sleeping. I don't know if my hangover is worse than Fito's. Option A is for long-term advantages with computers only good at this, or if you're a slow player. Yeah, but I'm a slow, practical player, or at least I'm shifting to that lately. But still, that kind of position with all the pieces on the board, I would calculate. I'm sure I would calculate. No, he didn't, John, he didn't. But he's sleeping like when you're hungover and you're like, let me sleep. He's like that. Look at him. I can pull his leg literally, and he doesn't move. He wouldn't move. Okay, which is harder for you to do? Identify my advantages and building a plan, or trade a good position for a strong attack? Oh, these questions are so tough. These questions are so tough. Okay, let's analyze. Identifying my advantages and building a plan. That's usually something I do. It's usually something I do on my games. I think it's normal. Sometimes I miss, of course, some of my advantages, but I think A would not be very, very hard, because it's what I usually do, I think. Although building plans, sometimes I don't have one. I mean, there are some positions where I know I don't have any advantage, but yeah, when I'm playing, I'm always looking for my advantages and my opponent's advantages. So option A seems like something it's not so hard because it's usual. And option B, trade a good position for a strong attack. I think, if I'm understanding correctly, what this means is that moment where you have to take this decision. So is it hard to take this decision? So it's a tricky question again, because I think it's asking, what is harder for you? To act this way or to take this decision? And I think they're different things, because option A is not about taking a decision, it's about doing something during the game. And option B is, at some specific moment, would you trade a good position you have? Or is option B referring to I think option B is referring to also as option A, as a way of acting during the game, like not if the decision is harder, but if for me it's harder to find the way to trade a good position for a strong attack. What do you think, guys? Am I overthinking this question a lot? If you trade less pieces, less complication. So is option B meaning, is it hard for you usually during chess? It's hard for you to trade a good position for a strong attack? I think that's what that's asking. B means you're more positional. I think A means you're more positional, or at least that's what I'm. That's what I mean. What I'm reading now is option A. Because the question is negative question. You mean that, Bobby? Yeah, I think I'm overthinking this one. So So let's try to simplify it. Let's try to simplify the understanding of these two statements. Identifying my advantages and building a plan sounds like something positional to me, like, okay, I play strategically, I can really see what are my advantages, what are your advantages, what are your problems and my problems, what should I do? Let's build a plan according to that. That's what I try to do every game. Option B means I have a good position, how can I turn that into a strong attack? I think option B would be harder for me, but it's the thing I enjoy the most. So this is a tough question. I will answer randomly. I don't know what to answer here, guys. I don't know what to answer to this question. Option C. I want to answer option C. For me, what is harder is to answer this question. I would answer B 1000 times. Like for you, it's hard to trade a good position for a strong attack because you are more positional. Okay. Part of option B means if you're willing to sack pieces to get a good attack, if that helps. Oh, thanks, Clash Kid. That's a good ingredient. And yes, as you've seen in my previous answers, yes, I would do that. I would sacrifice, although with calculation, of course. I wouldn't sack just because I feel it's the way. But yeah. So yeah, option B, I mean, trading good positions for a strong attack is what I'm looking for in every game, but I don't always achieve it, of course. And option A is what I think I have to do in every game, and I never achieve it. I never fully achieve it, but yeah, it's what you should do as a chess player anyway. This is hard. It basically means, would you sack your bishop on h6? Would you sack pieces for a good gut feeling? Well, it's talking about what is harder to do. Harder in that way. Okay. I like your simplification, John. Although, as I said, I wouldn't do just on a gut feeling. I would calculate. But yeah, my first impulse would be to go for that. And I think it has to do with the previous answers too. I would first calculate the sacrifice if I'm given the option. And sometimes when I have, yeah, that's also another ingredient or another little thing that I'm thinking. Sometimes I have this position and I go for the attack, or I go for, the sacrifice, and then I look with the computer and the computer says, oh, play this quiet move because you have such a good position that you don't need to take any actions. You just, yeah, that kind of move is so tough for me. So I guess that would be something hard for me. Like, I've done this test, if I remember correctly, it said I'm chronic a technical player. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go for option A. But I would say this is harder for me, although I'm not sure. Both are hard. The question is hard. Okay, so my chess personality is professional. I would have expected something like attacking or something like that. And Botvinnik. I would expect Kasparov or Fischer, but Botvinnik, interesting. Okay, let's read this out loud. Professionals are strategists who place a high value on the exactness of their game, yeah, and rarely let their emotions get out of hand. Well, professionals like to keep things under control, totally. They don't like to take undue risks, either by attacking the opponent or allowing themselves to be attacked. Instead, professionals like to exploit long-term weaknesses. Yeah. While they deal with long-term strategic and positional factors, they don't rely on vague, intuitive judgments, but for the professional, chess is an exact calculated science. Well, yeah, sort of. And it says totally attacking, between attacking and positional attacking, yes. Aggressive, solid, aggressive, yes. Calculating, intuitive towards calculating, yeah. Emotional, calm, this is maybe the one I'm not sure about. More calm than emotional, but okay, to be honest, the bar is close to the middle. Cool. It says full on attacking and aggressive. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't put the bar there also. Concentrate and ask again. You can click on the different profiles. Ah, here to see others. Oh, that's cool. Let me first read this about Botvinnik. Mikhail Botvinnik, the 6th world champion, was a clear example of the professional. Was the first top player to develop in the Soviet Union and was thus considered to be the patriarch of Soviet chess. Yeah, and Botvinnik's school, we all know. You may rely on it. Well, Naibot always lies, so Botvinnik was one of the first to take a professional approach to preparing for competitions, which included big emphasis on physical exercise, opening preparation, and deep analysis on his own and his opponent's games. Botvinnik took chess very seriously, but ironically considered himself not to be a full chess professional and worked as an engineer as well. Cool. Recommended openings. Oh, this is my takeaway from this test. Recommended openings. French defense, Winawer. I totally agree with this, except it says black. I love the Winawer with both sides, but especially with white. But okay, it's interesting. And Sicilian defense, yeah, I should try that. I should try to start playing that. And Nimzo Indian and English opening with white. The problem with this recommendation is the Nimzo Indian I will not get unless black ones, and the Winawer I will not get unless white ones. But okay, it's interesting. I don't like the term professional, since strong, solid positional players can also be considered professional. Yeah, I think it's a bit strange, these bars over here together with professional. I mean, I don't dislike professional. I think what it's saying makes some sense about keeping things under control, no undue risks, calculating everything, trying to, if you want to say it this way, like pursue the truth. But then, yeah, why it has to be attacking and aggressive and not positional and solid? Well, it has a point though. It has a point though, because when you're positional and solid, you're also practical, and you play more practical. You play not so. You don't look for perfection, but for being comfortable. Not. Yeah, not just perfection, not the best, not the very. You don't look for the very best move, but you look for a move that is good enough, very comfortable for you, very uncomfortable for your opponent. I would say that's more of a practical player, while professional try to look for perfection, which I don't like, by the way. I mean, I don't like to be tagged in this category, but okay, I guess it's probably right. So what else do we have? My bar was full on positional, and you also said not taking risks and keeping everything under control. Yeah. I think Surgeon is my thing, not Grinder. Okay, what else do we have? Prodigy. Okay, I'm definitely not that. Natural. Yeah, Vichy is a natural, right? Mastermind, Alekhine. Tal, magician. Yeah. Stenitz is a mad scientist. Interesting. Positional, solid, calculating, and emotional. Isn't that... Okay. Grinder. This is Karpov. Positional, aggressive, intuitive, and calm. I want to be that one. Which one? the mad scientist or magician. The mad scientist. They believe in justice and principles in chess and use passion and calculating ability to prove their beliefs. Hey, that's me too. Yeah, I think that all these profiles are very close to each other. The mad scientist is capable of carrying out brilliant attacks, but will only do so when he believes it is the right way. That's the same as he won't normally play speculatively. Isn't that the same as professional? More often than not, the mad scientist is the one facing an attack, and he's willing to do what if he believes the attack is not objectively correct. Mad scientists are also experimenters trying different ways to expand the horizons in chess. That's cool. I got Grinder and wasn't sure, so I did a second time and got Surgeon. Okay, I didn't see Surgeon yet. Grinder, Genius, Capablanca, Escape Artist. Korchno is an escape artist, totally true. I like quiet positional play, but somehow seem to end up intense nerve-wracking and sharp struggles. Yeah, Grishuk should be here. Why does this happen? Because an escape artist, by threatening to green his opponent down in quiet positional ways, forces his opponent to counterattack, sacrifice, and take risks. This is totally Korchno, yeah. And maybe Aronian has something of these too. There should be draw artist Giri. Champion! Gary is a champion. Oh, I thought he was a professional. Great fighters who play for the attack but don't like to take undue risks. They're all the same. Okay, they're emotional players, yes, who use those emotions to increase the intensity of the game for themselves and for their opponents, yes. Deep, profound calculations that get at the heart of the position are their forte. Yeah. Universal players, they won't go wild looking for a win if it's just not there. So very practical too. Quite willing to play a quiet endgame if that what is the position demands. This is a bit like Carlsen too. So attacking but solid. This is interesting, right? This bar over here, all the way in attacking and all the way in solid. A bit counterintuitive. What the difference is between attacking and aggressive and between positional and solid. Calculating and emotional. Cool. Barbarian Nakamura. They recommend Rui Lopez to everyone. No, they didn't recommend Rui Lopez to me. So I think these tests, of course, are not very important to discover yourself, but I will do the experiment to try to study the openings that it suggested to me, because every year I'm incorporating openings to my repertoire, so lately I've been doing that randomly. So why not? I will take those. French defense as black and English opening as white. French and Sicilian as black. It's about time. It's about time to add the Sicilian to my repertoire. And as white, English. English and Nimzo Indian. Okay, that's gonna be hard. So I'm gonna start playing the English and the Sicilian. That makes sense. English and maybe transposing into the Nimzo Indian from the English, from the 1c4. I think that could be a good starting point. I will do that. I will study English and Nimzo. Yeah, why not? Barbarians do not mess around. They hand the opponent's scheme from the beginning to the end of the game. Yeah. Nice. They mention here the e4, e5, queen h5 line. That's funny. They just updated the site. They recommend Danish Gambit to you now, Pepe. Can you check the snake? What? Because he's rocking eagle. The snake must be. Oh, the snake is here. Okay, let me finish. Assassin. Robert Fischer is an assassin. All about controlled aggression. snake. Too many different profiles. Anacondas may seem peaceful on the exterior, but the anaconda is always preparing something menacing, a deep positional squeeze typical of the big snake. I would say Petrosian here, not Nimzovich. I would say Petrosian here. Anacondas usually reject obvious and direct play and instead prefer to build up positional pressure. They tend to be very attached to their own ideas, almost to the point of seeming like the result of the game is secondary. But don't be fooled. Once an anaconda has you in his grip, you will be very lucky to escape. Nah, Petrosian would be in the draw artist category. No, Petrosian crushed everybody by playing this kind of play. Oh, Kramnik, yeah, Kramnik too. Although Kramnik is a very active player sometimes. It wasn't against Kasparov, but for a specific reason. But yeah, as it is not against some. It depends on the opponent, I think, Kramnik. He's very technical. He was the guy that didn't lose a single game for a very long time. I got Surgeon. I didn't reach Surgeon yet. Technician, Kramnik. Quietest and calmest chess players. Strategists who rarely attack directly and prefer to quietly exploit positional advantages. Well, you know, one thing Kramnik is very well known for is when Kramnik has a passed pawn, you're sure you're lost. It's like a rule. If Kramnik gets a passed pawn, Kramnik wins. He's very technical, yeah. Which one do you think I am? Blunderer? Can't remember how many games. Technical, da da da. Okay. Technicians utilize their exceptional intuition to guide their positional play. Rarely losing control. Exploits almost invisible positional weaknesses to win in the endgame. Yeah. Okay, next one, Surgeon. Emanuel Lasker is a surgeon. Tricky, practical players whose positional play to fight for a win in all positions. Don't usually gain big advantages early in the game and sometimes get even worse positions, but the surgeon is clever and knows how to fight. Yeah, Emanuel Lasker, but maybe also here Leonid Stein. Leonid Stein probably also in this category, as well as John Jong, of course. I'm missing, give me a second, I'm missing a window here. I lost a window. Give me a second. Where is it? Here is it. Okay, everything's fine. I have all the windows back. Do you mean Steinitz? No, not Steinitz. Stein. Leonid Stein. You gotta check out that. He was a player. He died very young, unfortunately. But he was like, playing tricky, playing fighting chess, positional / fighting chess, and he was very good at sacrifices. And he played very fast, and I have a friend who plays exactly like him, and I think this suits very well. Like, they don't usually win big advantages and even worse positions, but then he fights and makes some brilliances with great nerves and calculating ability. Yeah, tricky. What else do we have? Romantic. Ivanchuk is a romantic, guys. Full of good ideas. These ideas might be either positional or attacking, but they're always unusual and unique. Doesn't usually win by outcalculating his opponent, but rather finds some unexpected and unusual concept that his opponent didn't expect. Cool. Romantic players are very emotional and therefore can be distraught when they lose, but their moodiness also means that when things are going well, they can be unstoppably brilliant. Okay, I guess we would include here also Badur Jobava or Alexei Shirov. right? Um, at least Yobaba from the character. Maybe not Shirov. Maybe Shirov only chess-wise. But yeah, Badur Yobaba I think fits very well here too. What else do we have? Oh, professional. Okay, we're back here. So, okay, I'm gonna start studying these openings just for fun. And that was the quiz. And I think that was it. What's the time? For okay, I guess I should be I should be thinking about having lunch. Um, it was fun, guys. Tactics were funny. Actually, I appreciate a lot your help in the tactics today. And yeah, nothing else. Thanks for being there, and see you later. Ruy Lopez is suggested of to 10 out of 16 of the personalities. I just checked. Funny story, I played the Ruy Lopez with both colors and it doesn't recommend it to me. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Joanna. Hope to see you later. But yeah, it's lunchtime for both of us. Have a good day, guys. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. Bye-bye.